is presenting his final project for CS50W 2021. For this project, I created a web application called TopCellar, which is a database for sales professionals to track sales opportunities and sales events over time. So let's just dive in. We can either register an account or log in. I'll log in since I already have an account. And when we log in, we're greeted with a summary of all of these sales events that we've input into these. And these are all like sales opportunities or some sort of interaction with a customer. So if we wanted to create a new one, we can click this plus and we can start typing in. Let's say I went and saw my customer test company. I can start typing that in and we get a dynamic drop down, which is dependent on what I type in here. And so test company limited is already in my database because I've dealt with this company before, and so I can click on it for this one. And let's say I saw Jane, so I've met with her before, so she's already in the database. I'll just say visit, leave the date, give it a priority rank of 1 because it's important, and I'll tag it with urgent, urgent, and let's say we talked about VHB tapes. We can click create. And right away we see the new entry right here. And by the way, this is all mobile responsive as well. So here's the new entry we just made. We can, if we made a mistake, we can edit it. So I'll just say edit, and let's say we don't want this VHB tag anymore. Accept it. That's there. I can flag it as important. I can change the status to complete. And if we refresh the page, all of that data is persistent. Let's say we made a new entry, but it's with a company that doesn't exist, called does not exist. This is a company we've never put in the database before, and so it won't be able to find it. If we create this, it'll say, oh, this company does not exist, isn't found in your Rolodex. Would you like to create it? So we can create it, and it will automatically make a new company object called does not exist, which now if I were to make a new one and start typing it in, it's now in the list in the database. If we wanted to find certain entries, we can say sort. Let's say we only want to see, the date created, but in ascending order. That just changes the order. We can also filter by any or all of the below parameters. So let's say we only want to see entries with null. We can click filter, and now we only see null. You see none of the other customers are there. We can also go to, we can also search things. So let's say we want to see something with Jane Doe. Any entries with Jane Doe, we can start typing it in, and it'll dynamically highlight any entry that mentions what I've typed in so far. So here, it's only showing things with Jane or DO. You can see DO shows up here, so it includes that in there. And we can do the same with our Rolodex, which is all of our contacts that we've dealt with. This too is mobile responsive. But this is like the people that you know. You can search this to Jane Doe. There she is. Share. And we can make new contacts. Let's say, Harry Styles. Oops, sorry. Styles. And he's the singer. And no email. We can see that the phone inputs dynamically add the hyphens, which is kind of a nice feature. And we'll just associate him with the company Knoll and say, cool guy. We create that. Harry Styles is now a new singer. We can edit that if we wanted to. Change his phone number, and we can delete him if we want to. So that's the gist of it. Thank you guys.